Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new VN, and I can already tell that I'm gonna like this one a lot. Probably not, but who knows? Just this image, this art here, it's really evocative, and the music is really neat. I like it. Let's start. His name's Eric. Short guy with a lion tattoo. He's as tall as I am. That's what I said, short. Come on, at least average. Hey guys, meet anyway. We share English literary analysis. Ooh. Well, shit, I'll be damned. What? A little tiny's finally grown up. It's already grown up. I told you to call me that. Okay. Okay, Miles. Fuck you. Come on, you said. Kidding, idiot. Don't give a fuck you stick your dick in a stick start taking you as long as you're getting some. Thanks, Miles. You got such a way with words. Goddamn Shakespeare of our time, Tiny. Just don't tell Mom, okay? Mine are yours. Mine. Now she's gonna find out eventually, right? I know, I just wanted to let I have a little longer. Better prepare yourself for the shit show that fallout's gonna be. Yeah. What a way to fucking start. Okay, the rest of my milkshake. Isn't it technically already mine? I paid for it. Proud of you, bro. It hurts. God, it hurts. Everything is silent and calm and cold, peaceful. This must be what death is like. And then, in an instant, fire. Burning sensation that crawls across my body like a firestorm. Oh no. Oh, come on, really? Hell. Hell. Got it. Okay. Pulsating, it moves like a shockwave from the center of my chest, every nerve of my body is punctured by 1,000 needles at once. I scream. I scream until my lungs are empty. The air is thick and breathing in feels like inhaling water. And I'm falling. I must have lost consciousness part of the ground because when I wake, all I feel is a gentle touch of cold water droplets bombarding my body. Why is it raining in my room? Try shifting a mattress in an attet. Okay, wow, someone doesn't spell right. In an attempt to avoid the leak that must have sprung in my ceiling. Mattress is usually this rough, is it? This move, I'm the clues I'm no longer in my room. I'm outside. I open my eyes to be greeted by darkness. If I am outside, I can't see any stars. I can still feel the rain, though. Small droplets hammering down on my skin, feeling oddly soothing to my aching limbs. Perhaps I'll just lay here for a bit. And catch hypothermia. That's a great idea, buddy. Well, this is a hell of a way to start a VN. Great way to get you immediately hooked on, I guess. My eyes just shut again. This feels sort of pleasant. But I thought that my mind refuses to rest. No matter how nice the cool rain feels in my skin, I can't stay here. Where am I? My body feels heavy. Heavier than usual. Reluctantly, I muster the strength to sit up, bringing a hand up to my pounding forehead. Pain is so severe that my vision blurs and I suck in air to gritted teeth. Dizziness washes over me, and I'm barely able to see the outline of my hand as it passes up by my field of view. Close my eyes and breathe in deep through my nose to combat the dizzy spell. Miles always said steady breathing was the key to beat it. Something about not enough oxygen getting to the brain. Not sure I trust his medical advice, though, especially after that time he poured salt on a cut I'd gotten while chopping onions. What a fucking dick. Shit hurt more than the actual cut. But from my reminiscing as the smell of wet wood and mud floods my nose. I'm in the forest. I open my eyes again, and once they adjust to the darkness around me, I'm able to make out the outlines of trees. In the darkness, the leafless branches almost resemble hands reaching towards me. But there's another smell mixed with the smell of the trees. It takes me a moment to place it. Is that ash? My train of thought is suddenly interrupted by my surroundings, lighting up in a bright flash, followed by a thunderous crackling of lightning just a few moments later. Illuminated light gives me a better look at my surroundings and my naked body. Except it's not my body. Let my hand fall from my forehead and hold it up in front of my face, forcing my eyes to focus on it. Another flash crackles across the gloomy sky, and my stomach drops. This is not my hand. It's not even a hand. Light fades just as quick as it appeared, and I'm left standing as the outline of my limb and staring out on my limb in the darkness. What is this? What's happening? Okay, you've already lost me. You've already lost me. To some of you, it's probably not going to seem like anything. But, yeah. Ah, yes, let's just throw in, oh, I used to be a human, now I'm a furry cliche in there, why don't we? Try standing up, and my legs give out almost immediately. Shockwave of aches echo through my knees as they hit the ground. A yelp escapes my throat, and I throw my arm up to cover my mouth, feeling the tears escape through my shut eyes. Just want to go home. If I can focus hard enough, I can almost feel the cheap mattress against my back. Blanket's always too small for two people. And him. My eyes open back up, another flash arches across the sky, but this time I wish it hadn't. Out of the corner of my eye, I see something move between two bare tree trunks. My head jerks in its direction. I hold my breath. Snapping of a twig not too far away forces my gaze to the left. The chilling feeling that I was alone in these woods suddenly feels desirable. It's the newfound alternative. I can already feel my heart rate pick up. Hello? Voice comes out hoarse and rough, like I'm punched in the throat. Swallow a few times and try again. Hello? Nothing but silence, or at least nothing that I can distinguish from the noise of the sky pouring down around me. Perhaps it was just some animal, just as scared of me as I am of it. Yeah, that's probably the case. But then again, I have no idea where I am or what could be out there. What if it's a bear or a pack of wolves? I can't stay here. I've been crawling on my hands and knees, gripping at the wet dirt and roots, forcing myself across the forest floor in a panic set of repeating motions. The muddy surface feels slick between my fingers as I struggle to grip on any solid piece of ground I can find. Suddenly my rope falters and the ground gives out beneath me. I yelp as I lose balance, begin tumbling down the hillside. Down the rough, slippery ground and practically feel each and every sharp rock and blunt tool behind me, beating my body into even more pain than I was already in. Is that in the game, or is that a cat in the house? It's a cat in the house. Finally, I come to a stop as the ground levels back out, and I land face first in a deep puddle. For a moment, I contemplate simply staying here, face down in the cool water, following that torturous fall, laying here, feeling the water. The rainfall collector on my submerged face was rather peaceful, the only sounds audible being the gentle tapping of rain on my newly discovered safety puddle. My body didn't already hurt before. That little misadventure was enough to me consider giving up right here and now. Plus, being underwater has always felt peaceful. To me, it always felt like leaving the world behind and entering a new one. One where I could leave my worries, just forget everything for as long as I could hold my breath. Ever since the accident. Parents had taken me to a water park, and I had run off on my own. Dad and stepmom had retreated to the hot tubs while I went off exploring the water slides and different pools. One of the pools had a strong stream of water pouring down into it, and somehow I managed to end up underneath it. The pressure of the water pouring down made it impossible for me to get away. I was stuck. First I struggled, panicked, forced my survival instincts to do whatever was needed to survive. My mind racing and simultaneously stopping. A voice inside my head screaming at me to do something. Get up, get up! And that was unsuccessful. Even my most primal instincts gave up. Slowly, I had to come to the conclusion that this was it. I was out of oxygen, and yet it was peaceful. The fear and panic had subsided, and I'd come to terms with reality. I didn't want to die, yet letting go of everything, giving him fate, was oddly comforting in a strange way. Of course, I survived. I was told later that once I'd stopped struggling, I'd pushed out of the way and floated back to the surface. It was the first time I got to ride in the back of an ambulance. There was a nice man there with a scruffy beard and black hair held up in a ponytail so long it could have been a mane. In my hand the entire way to the hospital. The only thing I remember him saying was, "It's okay, I'm here." Ever since I always found the embrace of the depths comforting, like being held tight and feeling safe in someone's arms. Most people would probably find the experience traumatic and grow scared of water. For me, it was the opposite. It was a peaceful place in an otherwise chaotic world. Well, we have a character here who is very much not mentally well. Not much I can already tell. Jesus fucking Christ. The burning sensation in my lungs reminds me that it's time to leave this place behind and return to the present. It also makes me realize I'm not dreaming. Put my hands on each side of my head and push myself up and out of the puddle. Stop for a moment and listen. Looking around for any trace of whatever made me run in the first place. After a few moments I sigh. I'm alone. Pull my legs in under me to sit on my knees, breathing deeply and looking down at the puddle. Another flash of lightning illuminates the forest, and the dark water, which previously resembled a sea of black ink, suddenly transforms to show my own reflection. No. No, this can't be real. I must be going insane. Right? What am I? I found myself puddle exploring a newfound appearance. No, not hand. Clawed, fur-covered paw. Run my fingers and turn my paw over, examining it. Skin-like pads cover my paw. Okay, yeah, cool, we get it. Instinctively, my paw drifts out to my face, filling out my nose. I have whiskers. Next, my hand drifts upward over my scalp, discovering my ears on top of my head. Circle that's on my right ear, gently folding it and feeling its springiness. For a time, my head seems longer than the rest. Like I can feel my heart beating deep within my rib cage. I'm not dead. I try sitting down to feel my lower body, but end up sitting on something long and slick, which for some reason sends a jolt of pain up my spine and pelvis. Instinctively reach behind me and grab onto something soft and soggy. Tail. I have a tail. This has to be a dream. Some strange sort of lucid dream I can't break free from. Even if everything feels so real, it has to be a figment of my imagination. Don't away myself from this strange fantasy. I cut my hands and splash my face with the rainwater from the puddle. Take a deep breath and open my eyes once more. I'm still here. This is real. But if this is real, then I need to get home. But where is home? Go from my thoughts when the puddle in front of me illuminates with a soft blue light. It's rhythmic, like two quick pulses before it fades back into blackness, or repeating. Looking up, I realize that the puddle's only reflecting the effect. Pulsing blue light seems to be coming from somewhere deeper in the forest. I make another attempt to stand, this one much more successful than the last. It still hurts, but after a second of wobbling, I found my balance. Slowly, I began making my way towards the light. Stumble over roots and branches, my eyes set on the flashing in the distance. Fallen tree blocking my path gives me trouble, but after some struggling, I force myself over it. I start noticing the ground becoming easier to traverse and the trees around me growing more lush the further I walk. This part of the forest seems healthier than where I woke up. Bushes start cropping up my path and I can feel the wet grass underneath my feet. Having overcome the initial pain of walking upright, I pick up the pace. I think I hear sirens. Lights are far away now. Almost looks like it's coming closer. But then it stops and the world grows dark and quiet once more. Turn and look around, but the blue hue is gone. Thick blackness lasts for a second, though, as a sharp white beam of light appears not too far away, accompanied by a set of footsteps. Well, it was a sharp white beam of light. Flashlight. I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna call out. Hey! Cry, waving my arms up my head to get their attention. Stumbling through some low vegetation, moving towards the light. I need help, I don't know where I... Light stills in my direction, I stop like a deer in headlights. Arms instantly fly as you cover my eyes. I stay like that for a few seconds waiting a response, but it doesn't come. Instead, they step toward me. The light growing larger and more intense. I try taking a step out, my foot lands on something soft, and whatever it is pulls me back to the ground. Never mind, I realize I've tripped over my own damn tail. I yelp and try scrambling backwards, but the light makes me freeze again as I come face to face with it. I shout something, but I don't register what. All I can do is stare back at the intense rays my retinas burn. They shout again, and this time I hear it. It's a rough, old, nasally male voice that strains from the volume at which he shouts. Who the fuck are you? Shaky breath, I start to respond. I'm sorry, I just want to go home. My ears ring and my head feels heavy like it's full of liquid. Light seems to lessen in intensity. Then everything goes quiet. What happened to your eye? I tripped. Again. Yeah. You can't be serious. I'm getting you one of those anti-slip shower eyes for Christmas, you know. Think you managed not getting yourself out a black eye till then, or I meant to make him an excuse to get you a present before that. It was an accident. I promise to be more careful, okay? Better. You're the clumsy motherfucker around, aren't you? We've known each other for how long? I've always been the bumbling idiot of the group. I don't know, man. Seems like you gotten clumsier over the past year. Probably some underground fighting ring and not telling me. I'm able to sit straight for a week. Don't threaten me with a good time, Miles. Fuck off. And you always wanted into town and get some burgers. I'm seriously craving these jalapeno fries. If we take the drive-thru and eat in the car, sure. You're paying still only for last time. Yeah, just get your ass in the car, Tiny. Not a kid anymore. Always be a little shit to me, bro. You know, that makes it even worse, the fact that's his brother. Like, holy fucking shit. Head throbs with a sharp pain, and each throb synchronized with my heartbeat. My forehead feels like it's been split open. Musty smell in the air makes me think of an attic or the basement of my apartment complex. Just less than a week ago that I'd been down there to put my favorite beach ball away for the year. Everyone complains that the storage units are way too small, but I guess I just don't have enough stuff to fill up my neighbors. Less than a week ago. What happened? I was at home. I remember an argument. I remember running, and then... No, forest. I was in a forest. Come on, think. My eyes to the dim light of the room I find myself in, and I look down at my hands. I'm still here, in this new, strange body caked in mud, sitting alone in a murky room up against something cold and uncomfortable. Another sharp throb at the front of my skull makes me shiver, and I put a paw up to it. It feels warm, and when I pull it back down, it comes away red and sticky. I must have to sit up a little more looking around the room. Above me, I see the source of the light, a single light bulb hanging from a string illuminating the dirty beige walls. Wallpaper looks like it's peeling, drizzling concrete behind it. Only window is a small one situated above me, close to the ceiling. I can still hear the faint sound of rain outside, and it looks like it's nighttime. On the opposite side of the room, a door stands creaked open, allowing some light to seep into the thin crack. It's too small to see what's on their side, though. The floor feels sticky under my legs. And I look down, I count where someone must have spilled some sort of brown liquid. That's when another smell weighs my nose, one that I don't associate with the apartment complex's basement. Sweet, rotten irony smell that makes me feel nauseous. I lift my arm to cover my nose and mouth with a paw as my brain puts together what the dried spots must be. But as I jerk my paw up, the sound of metallic clinking against metal echoes throughout the room. Get on my knees and turn around to see where the sound is coming from. Paw still covering my snout, only to freeze on the spot as I see what caused it. I've been leaning against an old rusted pipe connected to a similarly old and rusted boiler in the corner of the room. But it's what's attached with it that chills down my spine. A chain about a meter long, fastened with a thick padlock around the base of it. Other end attached to me. Paws shoot at my neck and grip onto the rigid collars and placed around it. No, 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 no. Mutter caught over as I pad at the worm. Worn leather, find what feels like an identical padlock fastened in place. Just really grab home the chain and tug uselessly at it. The noise it makes, it goes louder and bounces off the walls of the empty room. The room suddenly lights up, but there's no rumbling of thunder falling, only an audible click. Morning, sweetheart. Sweetheart. It's cool. My struggling stops as someone speaks up in a sing-songy tone behind me. Voice sounds familiar, and more memories of the forest slowly seep back in front of my mind. Footsteps, the flashlight, my fucking tail. As if frozen in place, not daring to turn around, holding my breath. Dread starts seeping in and clouds my thoughts. Took you long enough, didn't think I hit you that bad. Looking for this? Swallow hard and let out a shaky breath. Ain't seen you around here before, you knew. Don't know where I am or how did I here to begin with. I just want to go home. Silent didn't seem like you're back out there in the woods. But then again, you're all pretty quiet at the start. Strolls out in the room approaching me. His shadow grows larger until it covers me entirely. Don't worry, that'll change. He's close enough that I can hear him breathe, and the stench of cheap tobacco fills the room. But underneath the odor of cigarette smoke, he carries a faint smell of synthetic chemicals. I feel one of his hands grip my shoulder. Every muscle in my body tenses up. Don't touch me! Those gritted teeth, barely audible, feeling his fingers dig into my shoulder. Either seems not to have heard me or doesn't care. What's your name, anyway? You don't get to know my name. Andy. Andy, don't look much like an Andy to me. Then again, you ain't from around here. You could be anybody. Difference doesn't make. Oh, it makes all the difference in the world, exclaims, his voice rising in volume. I want to get to know you, honey. I bet you we can make the best of friends, you and I. Practically Aaron smiles, he says it. So where you from, Andy? Again, you don't get to know that. I'm guessing it won't matter soon anyway. Red Creek? Never heard of Red Creek before. Must have come far to get here then. I don't answer. I start massaging my shoulder. If anything, it is the opposite of the intended effect. So what were you doing all by yourself out there in the woods, Andy? From Red Creek, strolling around in nothing but your birthday suit. Didn't your mom ever tell you it's dangerous in the woods at night? Doesn't like a statement than a question, so I don't bother answering this time. Puts his hand and pats my shoulder arm like you pet a horse. I feel the aches from earlier flaring up again from the rough treatment. You were practically begging for something to come eat you, yeah? What I presume is taking a drag from a cigarette before continuing. Oh, maybe you were out there for something else. And okay. Keep my gaze focused, straight ahead, shivering, but trying not to show it. Oh, I'm not judging you or anything. I know it can be real tough scratching that itch. Especially when that itch is so difficult to reach. Don't move, don't show him you're scared, don't show him anything. Why don't we help you out? Why don't we help each other out, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Sounds like a fair deal to me, no? All hard as fingers sift through the muddy fur of my chest. Fellas like us need to stick together, you know. Statement catching my attention and the word them up before I have time to stop myself. Fellows like us. You ever seen a straight shooting fellow run around the woods butt naked at night before? Never seen anyone run through the woods nude before. Shakes his head. Nuh-uh. That, my friend, that there's a sign of desperation. He chuckles. If it's dangerous, what are you doing in the forest? Shakes to catch him off guard. He stops and stays silent for a moment. We're speaking up in a more straightforward tone than previously. I was down at the old factory taking care of some business. Just met my woods when I stumbled across a hapless little pup lost in the woods. It's at the factory. As I even thinking it over. In hindsight, I probably didn't want to know. Well, I can't just tell you now, can I? That'd ruin the surprise. Take you there soon. Just gotta get you dressed up and nice looking first. Imagine the surprise would be a party. He's not the kind of irrational human being I want to go to. Then again, I guess I'm no longer strictly human, am I? No. So I just have to decide standing directly behind me. Turn around. No. He huffs. Andy, I've been nothing but kind to you so far. I've been polite, asked your name, where you're from, even put up with your bullshit answers. So be a good boy and turn around. This is all too familiar. I said turn around. Voice strains and last words as it ricochets around the room. With a grunt, he grabs the collar around my neck and yanks hard, forcing me down on my back, painfully crushing my tail. Incredible choking sound as my windpipe momentarily compresses, cutting my breathing and causes me to cough a few times as I hit the ground. Man leans down over me, placing his hands on his knees and tilting his head as he looks me over. By the situation, the awkward feeling of someone looking. Oh my god, my hands move to cover my crotch. His hand reaches down and has a handful of the tuft of fur on top of my head, twisting it, forcing me to look back up at him. Fuck. You're a pretty raccoon now. Way standing over me blocks out the light from the bulb, casting his features in shadow. but he's not human. His silhouette resembles some form of rodent. Two large, oval eyes, a long snout, and a toothy grin. Two big orange eyes stare back at me. He's wearing a stained button-up shirt, at least. I believe white was its original color. Stained and worn, it has an almost yellow tinge. Skinny, but he's got a bit of a gut poking out beneath his shirt. A Polaroid camera hangs from his neck. Grip my hair loosens, and he begins gently stroking my forehead. The fingers of his other paw, the one supporting him against his knee, is a half-smoked cigarette. The embers at the tip of it glow in a low hue, and a trail of smoke rises from it. Is that so difficult, Andy from Red Creek? Lifts the cigarette to his lips and inhales, making the embers spark and forcing some accidentally snow down on me. The glow of the cigarette illuminates part of his face, and I see his fur is gray and scruffy. Sails through his nose, enveloping me in the harsh cloud, making me cough. Sits straight and flicks the cigarette to the side, then lifts the camera up to his eye. Another flash momentarily blinds me as he presses the button. An audible click, followed by a whir into the photo being pushed out, fills the room. Takes it in one paw, waving it back and forth, while his other paw reaches into his back pocket and picks out a pair of tongs. I really don't like this. If you guys know anything about, like, serial killers, this is really giving me bad vibes. Yeah. Yeah. Pepperoni. I need a drink of water, and luckily I got a giant Fiji water here, so I'm just gonna take a sip of that. That's more than a sip, but whatever. He flips them around his hand, looking down at me with a scrunched up face, as if contemplating something, then turns on his heels and disappears out of sight. Take the opportunity to sit up, grabbing hold of the chain and pulling with everything I have. Press my feet against the wall and pull my entire body into it. Pipe strained and almost whines back at me, but it doesn't budge. Let the padlock instead turn over my paw before tugging out with the same force as the chain. Nothing. Pant and slam my fist against the pipe itself, but when my paws start aching, I give up. I'm trapped. Before I know it, my captor returns and slams something hard against my right wrist, then grows tight, cutting off the blood of my paw. It hurts, but I don't have time to think about that. Before I can react, he fastens the other handcuff through the loop of the lock. My other paw immediately grasps at it, but he grabs my wrist and lowers my hand away from it. He's done this before. No! Now, just take it easy. It's not so bad, darling. Kneels down and what? Anyway, he's tight and his other grasping the top. The camera's gone. No, this might sting a little, but it's a necessary measure, alright. My ring. What the fuck? I wasn't expecting fucking torture when I went into this. Wave of cold sweat washes over me and I pull my paw back. I'm strong, but he's stronger. You want to show up to the body looking nice, don't you? Don't worry, honey, I'll make it quick. Okay. I shoot open and I scream. I feel the tip. Look, nah, What? Fuck off, really? Is this just a fucking straight up rip off of the Genesene? I fucking swear, like... the fuck are you doing? What? It's literally the middle of summer, you're wearing that? What's wrong with my outfit? Ain't it a bit warm? I mean, most people wear like a t-shirt, you know? Since when did you become the fashion police? I get it. Look. Anyway, look what I found. A beach ball? How did you... I was out cleaning your dad's... Our dad's basement. I knew he used to be a favorite. I don't know what to say, Miles. Thank you. No, don't start crying on me now. Love you, Miles. Whoa! Yeah, I love you too, Tiny. It's like those sleeves are coming handy after all. Wipe your eye when someone sees it. Fuck off. Maybe some other day. Ice cream it is then. Don't worry, it's on me this time. We're still in the... Are you fucking kidding me? You know, there's torture done right, and then there's just torture done for shock value, and this is what that is. This is torture done for shock value. Pure and simple. It caught me off guard to begin with, but at this point it's like, oh yes, let me think about one thing that might gross out our audience. Oh, I know, torture. That'll gross them out. Oh boy, and also we can ape off Echo. Just you. Okay, as I saw through closed eyes. No, I can't take this. I won't take this. Not anymore. Space will not be my tomb. Fuck! Oh my fucking god! So it turns to see where it lands. The insane pain and despair. I've been feeling a little bit against boiling deep within my chest. Pain turning to anger. Anger emanating like an inferno. Each throbbing wave of pain emanating from my fingertips, adding fuel to the fire. Burning like the flame I felt before waking up in this horrible place. I was correct in my assumption of what this dude was going to be doing. Yeah, getting rid of his teeth. That would prevent him from biting a certain bodily thing. Getting rid of the claws would prevent him from hurting some. Okay, yeah, fucking Jesus Christ. This is it. This is my chance. No more. My leg and put all my power into the kick. Connects just below his ribs, and he folds forward, wheezing as he desperately gasps for breath. Momentarily grip of my wrist and take the opportunity without a second thought. My bleeding paw I hold. The chain, grab hold of the cable, chaining me to the pipe and throw it over his chest. And I haul, paddling us both back up against the wall, lifting the chain to wrap around his neck and throwing my legs up around his midsection. His paws shoot up towards his throat, dropping the tongs on the ground with a loud clang. With his back against my chest, his legs kicking wildly. I pull on the chain with all the strength and muster on my aching arm. Don't hesitate. For a few moments, only a sound filling the room was the sound of my captor choking for air, me snarling like a rabid beast in the soft rainfall outside the window. His impulses and moan, and for a moment in my rage, I think I see someone standing on the other side of the half-creaked open door. Oh no, I think I can see it too. Maybe I don't. I don't know. As if witnessing, judging. But I don't have time to think about it any further. Only takes a few moments until he stops struggling, his body goes limp. Still riding high in rage, I pull on the chain one last time before letting go and digging my free paw in my pockets in search of those fucking keys pockets. My injured fingertips scrape across the inside of his worn jeans and I yelp. I grit my teeth and bear it. Search both of his front pockets but come up empty-handed. I push on his back, making his limp body roll over on his stomach. Over my right leg, I dig my hands down his back pockets. God, I had them on me, had them earlier. But they're empty. The last fumes of the rage dissipate and realization washes over me like an ice bath. He doesn't have the keys and I just killed the only person who can fetch them. What have I done? No, no, fuck! Scream, feeling this fresh set of tears from my eyes. I jerk my handcuffed paw hard, feeling the metal dig into my wrist. Fuck, fuck, fuck you! My free leg and kicked the corpse, trapping my other leg. Just rolls off just out of reach, set on its back. Its head tilts in my direction. In the gloomy light from the bulb, I see his eyes. His big orange eyes, the white now more red from the blood vessels. They look empty, less saturated, soulless, and they stare back. The room suddenly flashes with a bright light before going completely dark, and so does the adjacent room. A rumbling of thunder practically shakes the ground beneath me. I fucking swear, there is something in that crack. I swear. I'm alone in a dark basement, chained to a pipe, coated in blood and mud. Only sounds the pouring rain and my sobbing. My only company, the unmoving corpse of the man whose life I just took. You never even told me your name. Even through the shroud of blackness, I can feel his empty eyes judging me. Oh God, what have I done? I need help. Help! Somebody! I need help! I'm not shouting that. Miles? Miles? Dad? Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. This is getting age restricted. If YouTube doesn't do it, I'm doing it. Holy fucking shit. Think he's doing alright. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a week now. They said they're taking good care of him, though. Did you really sit there and ask what the date was over and over for 2 hours straight? Nurse told me it might help jog his memory or whatever. Did it? Oh, really? He knew it was spring. Sometimes he'd remember the month. Didn't seem to recognize me, though. No one knows what happened. No one was there to see it, and he can't remember. Fucking hell. I'm sure it'll come back to him eventually. How are things with Eric? They're fine. 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 I'm seeing you around less and less. Gotta make sure someone's looking after your clumsy ass. But I get it, you've been busy with school and all. I haven't been that busy. Why haven't you called? Eric told me you were busy. I haven't talked to Eric in 4 months. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, so not only... okay, that's why he's fucked up. Because his boyfriend was a piece of shit. Got it. Oh, good lord. Don't know how long I've sat here. No matter how much I want to cry, I ran out of tears a while ago. I'm tired. So tired. I just want to go home. Slow my eyes back up. The darkness seeming a little less oppressive than before. Leaning my head back, I rested against the wall and focused on the little window above me. To imagine freedom being so close. I could almost reach it. I could just... Something pulled me from my longing. Footsteps right above me. They're slow, deliberate. As if whoever's there is taking great care to watch where they set their feet. Little specks of dust fall from the wooden ceiling where they step. My body trying to muster up the appropriate response. Fear, joy, concern, guilt. But I'm too exhausted and tired to just listen. The steps seem to grow more distant before the squealing of rusty hinges catches my attention once more. A ray of light illuminates parts of the adjacent room, and I hear a wooden staircase creak under the weight of whoever's descending them. Flashlight seems to scan the other room, rays of light sweeping through the crack in the door in front of me. Then the rays become a steady beam as the light seems to focus on the door. Footsteps approach slowly and the door fully opens. Looks like an eye. The beam searches the room before settling on the body laying a short distance away from me. Then it turns on me. For the second time today, I'm blinded by a flashlight, and I raise my left paw over my eyes to shield them. Oh, God. Tall man, clad in a dark raincoat, walks over at me. He's wearing fingerless gloves over his hands. Oh, so he's an edgy boy. Got it. No pause. He's not human either. I can't make out his species, though, because he's wearing some kind of mask covering his face. He sets down what looks like a rifle on the floor next to him and holds up a large padlock hanging from the pipe in his paws. I open my mouth to speak, but the only thing I manage is a weak whine. I cough and clear my throat, trying again. Are you here to rescue me? Words are barely audible over the clinking of metal as the man fiddles with the lock, coming out like a whisper. Turns to me, and beneath the behind the mask, I see a set of deep green eyes look back down at me. Yes. We would like to cordially invite you to attend blah blah bullshit kidnap. A masquerade ball. Okay. Chapter 1, Proof of Survival. Fucking, that was the prologue? I'm sorry, what? Holy fucking shit, what an introduction. What a fucking introduction that was. Bravo. Holy shit. That is an absolutely amazing way to get the player invested in this world. Jesus Christ. It hurts. God, it hurts. My arm has gone numb, my throat's sore, and I can practically feel my brain sloshing around freely in my skull. My body gently rocks back and forth on soft ground. I hear the sound of an engine rumbling in the background, the sound of rain still present as it trickles down whatever shelter I found myself in. It's comforting. Reminds me of long car drives late at night, Dad driving us home from the cinema. Didn't get out much, so I made an obligation to take him to the movies once in a while. Whenever something released that I thought he might enjoy. Even Forrest Miles come along a few times. He always insisted he didn't want to go. He hated it unless it was an action-packed blockbuster. Oh, so he's a fucking idiot then. Yeah, he's an idiot. People like that I cannot understand them. Yes, I will specifically not enjoy this movie unless it is a brainless, mindless, poorly written schlockfest for the greatest common denominator. That totally makes me think you're a person that I want to hang out with. Totally. Are you kidding me? Of course. When I'm doing a fucking video that happens, but when I'm actively trying to talk to you about it, you're like, no, I don't want to talk about it. God damn you, Zill. Fuck off. need to stop being such a pissy bitch. But I think he liked it, at least the part where I'd hang out together. That's where I caught him smiling once or twice. But that all feels like a lifetime ago. Where am I? Grunt and try sitting up, but the rocking ground forces me back down. Try my eyes when it's difficult enough to stay conscious as it is. Hang in there, buddy. Gonna be alright. Deep voice speaks up my left. Wow! Congrats. Okay. Uh-huh. Yay. That always feels good when I guess the voice. Same time my right ear hears the same thing, but in a much higher pitch, as if two different people spoke at the exact same time. It probably did. I'm actively sick and tired of people sometime. Okay, so, cool. All I can do is whine in response, feeling the rocking sensation and rumbling of the engine carrying me back to sleep. Voices. What voices? Several voices speak at once, blending together to form an incoherent word slurry where only small words and phrases are distinguishable. The ground has stopped rocking, and I'm laying flat on my back, losing blood, fire. Sting on my right hand makes me stir, and my eyes open to a harsh white light. I see a bunch of people standing over me. They're all wearing white coats. So doctors, then. Then it fades, and a new set of voices fills my skull. They sound more clear than the previous ones. And you brought him here? I panicked. I didn't expect to find anyone. This voice is feminine, and she... God, I got it right again. Haha. Success. The first voice is feminine, and she sounds frustrated. Don't recognize it. Why would you? Why would you recognize it? That's my question. Second voice is deep and masculine, and I know I've heard it before. The clang of objects rustling about a metal tray echoes throughout the room. Probably medical instruments. What about the rat? Dead. Poor bastard must have killed him before I got there. Damn it! The sound of someone kicking something heavy rings out, along with the sharp noise of metal hitting the floor. Oh boy, someone's angry. I told the others. Not yet, cell phone reception is pretty poor out here. I couldn't get a signal. Fucker really did a number on him, huh? He's got cuts all over. Can't imagine how that was the rat's doing. I brushed against my forearm, but I'm too tired to react. Just let me be, let me sleep. I don't think I've ever seen claw marks like this before, though. Then pain. Intense, searing pain at the tip of my left paw. Built up in howl, trying to pull my paw away, but something's holding in place. Just my body to escape, but someone wraps my arms around my chest. Wraps their arms around my chest and holds me fast. They're strong, and I can't even budge an inch. Stop! It hurts! Howl through gritted teeth and raw throat. Boy, someone's, yeah, that's not good. Burns. Feels like dipping my fingers in acid, the pain shooting all the way up my arm, my nerves wildly shooting signals to my brain, telling me to get away. The fuck? No, don't do that. Hold him still. Shh, it's alright, you're safe. It'll be over soon. Whispers in a low voice. This embrace feels warm around me, something I haven't felt for some time. Comforting, peaceful, like the embrace of water, only sturdier, tighter, fuzzier. Another sting, this time my left arm. Sends another wave of fatigue throughout my body. You did well, now rest. Oh boy. Yeah, Did he do this to you? No, Where is he? I swear I'll kill him. He's not here. He went... What do you mean he's not here? It's 4 in the fucking morning. He said he needed fresh air. Well, you won't be here when he gets back. You're staying at my place tonight. Fucking Christ. He's already upset. I want to make him angrier. I don't give a fuck about his feelings. If he makes you do this to yourself, you might as well not return tonight at all. All this a week after the fucking funeral, too. Just wanted it all to stop. Just tiny. Glad you decided to call at least. Come on, let's get some bandages on those. You're bleeding like a pig in a slaughterhouse. Jesus. I'm in a car. I'm in the passenger seat. Someone's driving. I don't know who it is. Turn my head to look at them. I see their face, but I don't recognize them. It's like it's blurred, obscured. My mind won't allow me to see it. They're distressed. I don't know why, but I have to stop them. Something terrible is going to happen. I speed up and lose grip. We hit the railing. It gives out. And we're falling. I'm going to die. But I'm not scared. I know what's happening. And I'm in my peace with it. I'll see you on the other side. Jolt up in bed, gasping for air. It takes a moment for my eyes to adjust. Just a nightmare. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, I really, should learn how to edit so I can put a fucking warning at the start of this one. Holy shit. I don't know. Fucking. God damn it, man. I hear the sound of cutlery and kitchen utensils clicking somewhere nearby. Next, the smell of food hits my nose. Smells good, but I don't feel like I have much of an appetite right now. Footsteps accompany the familiar kitchen sound. It stopped raining. Eric's probably up making breakfast again. I just hope it's not scrambled egg. You went back to this fucker! You went back to this. Oh my god. I blink a couple times to get the sleep out of my eyes. The warm colors of a setting sun paint the walls, and fucking Jesus. But it looks different. It's not my room, it's not even morning. Sit up and lift my hands from below the covers. I'm still here. Damn it. Two of my fingers on my left paw have red tinted bandages tightly wrapped around them. Another bandage on my right wrist. Touching my face, I also feel one wrapped around my head. But it doesn't hurt as much anymore. Peel the covers back and see my fur is no longer covered in mud. I feel clean. Sound of a tiner digging in another room makes me look up. To my right, a window with the blinds half down. There's a tall wardrobe, a smaller dresser, and several posters along the wall depicting some sort of comic book character. Sly Paw is written in bold letters at the bottom. Looks like a fox in a skin-tight spandex suit and cape. Just below the poster sits a desk with a laptop and an assortment of papers. Mask. Looks cheap, like a homemade cosplay accessory than more actual superhero costume. I'm gonna end the video here. I don't feel good right now. My emotions, Okay, so guys, that was the beginning of the Masquerade in the Woods, I think it's called. Holy fucking shit is my first thing to say. The characters, I don't know much about the characters yet, but the main character seems really cool. I like his characterization so far. I can't think right now. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go do something like wholesome, because I don't feel good. Bye.